Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Have and to Roll. I'm Daft Prodigy, and you are listening to Session 74, Part 1, Kaer Maga Auger Haulers. As we continue our journey north, our heroes dabble in the Kaer Magan gig economy. This session features a guest appearance from our lovely friend and frequent party member, Jack Ibers. This recording ended up clocking in at over 4 hours, so we've split Session 74 into 2 parts. This session features sound effects from Syrinscape and music from Michael Ghelfi Audio. See description for details. We're excited to show you the blue in the blue-orange morality of Arisia, so let's see what Kaer Maga holds in Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Hello, beautiful wife.
Hello, beautiful husband.
And hello, beautiful guest.
Beautiful guest. Beautiful.
Aww, hello, beautiful husband and beautiful wife. Do I get to say that?
You can say whatever you want.
Yes, that's fine.
Is this
You're on the air, caller.
Oh, all righty.
Bringing you the greatest hits of Korvosa, Kaer Maga, and Riddleport.
I don't know.
How are they broadcasting it?
Sending.
Okay.
We only get to give 20 words every day.
That's it. That was it.
Just
you can respond to this message.
I can.
Play Freebird.
So, Jack.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm pretty good. I'm excited.
So we are now in the city of Kaer Maga.
Yes, we have come to the city of Kaer Maga.
We just rode this amazing water-powered elevator up, and it has taken us to a lovely display. And Jack,
Yes.
you and I have been talking a little bit back and forth about the city of Kaer Maga, and I actually gave you the book to be like, hey, what interests you in this city? So the party have freshly found their way into the city, and after stumbling through various gangplanks and bridges over huge chasms into the abyss that is Kaer Maga, let me set the stage a little bit for what Kaer Maga is like. Right, so you come up this elevator and you find yourselves on where you might expect there to be a street ahead of you. There is instead something of like a landing. As you find yourselves out on a semicircular stone shelf carved into the interior of the wall that surrounds the city. There are bridges and nets connecting this wall to towering spires on the inside that far below you can actually see this huge chasm in which houses and shops carved into the wall fall away below you, with little tiny footpaths crisscrossing their way up. And to get to the interior, you must take one of the many bridges. But as you're getting here, those of you who aren't from Kaer Maga are very quickly realizing that navigating this city is not as easy as just knowing where streets are. There are bridges coming off this platform, some of them going up to spires like 100 feet taller across the way. Some of them have cobbled together steps which are not in any way evenly distributed. So you might have one step that is 3 feet apart from the step above it, where you have to like clamber along the stone to get to the lower level. There's really a sense that this place was built for much bigger creatures, and small folk have in the time since done their best to adapt it to their purposes. But you can also see art styles going back eons. There is really a sense that multiple civilizations have lived and died here.
Wow.
And we are only the the slapped-on edifice on top of all that came before.
We are just another stratum.
And now about Pathfinder.
You guys are lucky in that you do have a native Kaer Magan here. Lenore.
What's up?
As your allies are sort of slack-jawed, looking very confused.
Damien,
would this be a bad time to mention that I have a fear of heights?
Yeah, you could have gone over that, like, literally any point before this.
I need somebody to hold my hand.
Now, yeah, you managed to descend to where there are actually roads, but at this depth, beneath the towering pillars of stone around you, you can barely see the sky. It's more like, it's less like you're in a street and more like you're in the cracks between ancient stone plinths that maybe at one time were whole, but since people have carved their way into them to make homes.
Damien, do you have to grip my hand so hard?
I'm just worried, okay?
Your hand is also sweating. It's unpleasant.
You have previously received word in the months that you were waiting out the time between. In the past months, you did receive word from Bishop de Bear that she could use your help if you were to find your way into Kaer Maga. She said that she's working with the Temple of Pharasma here.
Okay.
So she does. It's not urgent, but people of your skill would be helpful. You are looking for a place called, let me see, the Godsmouth Ossuary.
The Godsmouth Ossuary.
Yes.
All right. Let me roll to see if Lenore knows where that is. What would I roll?
Either survival or knowledge local. You can also ask her for directions with diplomacy.
All right. Well, Lenore's not feeling up to asking for directions right now. I'm going to try to roll survival, which is +9. All right. D20. That's an 18 total.
An 18?
Yeah, an 18 total.
Okay. So, let me see. This is survival. Wait, this is survival?
Yeah, this is survival.
Okay. With an 18, you are looking around and the map of Kaer Maga.
Ooh, exciting. Oh, wow. It's a hex.
Okay, we get the Warrens. It's going to be 45 and such.
The cliffs look really pretty on this map. The big rocks.
Yes.
Wait, no, not the Warrens. The bottoms.
I do have a question. If this was established in the, did you see so you came up from these cliffs?
Yep.
Yes.
Or
probably like this one.
I wasn't sure from reading the book. Were there giant faces carved into it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if they were eroded or not, or
like a giant orgy
they're
of
somewhat
skulls.
eroded, but they do look like faces.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
So you come up from this large waterfall near the center of the south wall, and you find yourselves taking various rickety bridges. There are bridges that are basically two timbers that go across these supports that are basically just crossed beams that form X's with the timbers laying across them, and little handrails made from sticks.
Oh, I bet Trinia and Ophelia are loving this.
Yes.
I'm gonna have Damien roll a will save just to.
They're jointed at these weird elbows where you have to go from one to the next, and as you do so, it leans and creaks.
Oh, Damien has gotten
bark slides away from beneath your feet and falls hundreds of feet below.
Damien has gotten a 20 on his will save, so I'm gonna say he manages to hold it together.
Eventually, yeah.
Oh.
Making your way sort of east toward where the Godsmouth Ossuary is supposed to be. You will eventually find solid ground. where these rivulets of water are sort of pouring down through the chasm, and there's little bridges over these places, but there's very much a sense that the water's here today, but it might be going a different channel the next day, and the bridges are made to be portable.
I'm jealous of all you people with your toes.
And you found your way to roughly the area of the Godsmouth Ossuary.
All right. Hey, I did it. I definitely was confident in my ability to get all of us here the first try.
Yes. And this is basically an entrance to part of the Undercity. You will find a chasm that is sort of carved down, going under the main part of the bottoms here.
Oh boy.
And as you're following these ancient stone steps that are just basically, the steps are too big for humans, but they've carved smaller steps down the center. And then you'll go down and it'll level out for a little bit, and you'll go down and level out. And what you'll find is a huge looming cavern with many channels of water flowing into what appears to be an open mouth. And carved into the forehead of the skull that frames this mouth is a spiral, the holy symbol of Pharasma.
Oh, good. I'm really glad that spiral's there, because otherwise I would think that this is evil as fuck.
As you're entering, you will see there are rafts floating along the rivers that flow into the mouth.
That's probably meant to be symbolic of the River of Souls.
Yeah, Damien, we get it.
There are bodies on the rafts.
Oh, jeez. It's
as you're approaching the mouth of the skull, there are people dressed in Pharasman garb. Some blue and some purple robes, with long hooked poles, pulling the rafts to the side, getting the bodies out, putting them on carts, and then wheeling them down in, where they can be administered. They can have their last rites administered, and after some time, they are put in coffins, which are then put back in the water and then fall away into a waterfall that goes deep underground.
Boy, am I glad Bloodveil didn't get here.
And in the area where they are administering last rites, you will see a large group of Pharasmans. There is a facade carved into the stone that resembles a Church of Pharasma's front. It's all lit by candles. There's caked on wax across the edifice where you can see candles have dropped down like over the years, and they're supposed to clean them away, but they haven't totally done it. But you enter into this area with hundreds of candles, and there is a group of Pharasmans who are going about the duties of cleaning and praying over the dead. Making some of them, they're putting holy symbols in their hands. You recognize the symbols of most of the prime deities, but you also see symbols of gods you've never seen before. Like, there are as many holy symbols here as there are windows in the cliff face.
Wow.
Like, it seems that each person here holds to a different god.
Wow.
But the Temple of Pharasma here tends to all of them. You are led to a side room when you tell them who you are and what you're doing here, where you will find Bishop de Bear, who is currently in a big dark room with like hundreds of candles lining the sides, and you can see her talking to a very large creature. And as you enter the room, you can smell kind of the coppery smell of blood.
Oh.
And also body odor. And Bishop de Bear will welcome you as you're escorted by the acolytes.
Unia's gonna pull a face.
These are the people that I was telling you about. The cover of night. She looks to the large creature. My friend here was just telling me something that might be helpful to our cause. And Jack, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, that's me. Okay, I wasn't expecting.
It's you.
It's me. All right. So you're going to see a. Some would call it a troll, or do you got to make a knowledge check to see if it's a troll?
I do have to make a knowledge check.
There's this large greenish gray creature with tusks protruding from its mouth. It's actually wearing some sort of ceremonial robes.
What manner of check do I make here?
Be knowledge local.
All right, go on, Damien. 32.
Okay, you will know that this is a troll, and you will notice something very important about this troll. The copper smell, the copper taste that's in the air that you can feel is actually, as you get close, you can see that the troll's stomach is cut open, and it actually has its own intestines in its hand. And you can see sort of the steaming entrails pulling forth from it as it looks at them and is sort of reading them.
Self-haruspicy.
And
Jesus Christ.
What are you finding in this time?
I think I'll look up and kind of spot the party. And I'll kind of like shake my head and be like, "Oh no, I'll be like, hey, look at these, I can get you a pretty good deal. Where are you trying to move?"
Damien, Unia, and Ophelia all turn away. Lenore sort of looks a bit green, but goes, "What are you trying to show me?"
Oh, okay. I see y'all are. I see you going back to a large city some point. I see roughly estimated 4,000 pounds, I think. I could do this with maybe three movers. Let's see. Oh, now I see a storm though.
I see a bill in your future.
Oh yeah, dark clouds.
Wait.
We're probably gonna need a fifth person as well.
Is it a metaphorical storm or a literal storm?
I mean, it's anywhere from light showers to full thunderstorm.
Okay.
Let's see. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna cost, I'd say, about 400 gold. I could get it done. Maybe next week I could pencil you.
What are you talking about?
Hi. Or like most people say, I'm Trinia, and you are.
I need to seek inside of myself. Go into the deep darks of my imagination and pull from it. Sorry. My name is Buttons. I work for the Kaer Maga Auger Haulers. It's a moving company. Not to be confused with the Kaer Maga Auger Loggers. They're a logging company. And they're not to be confused with the Kaer Maga Auger Loggers, which is a beer-making company.
Oh my god. So Bishop de Bear goes, Buttons. Bravo, Jack, bravo. Buttons was just telling me that he recently received a rather interesting client.
Is the client the one who did the slashy do with the guts?
Oh no, I did this. Yeah, I got this knife. I hold up like a nice bloody knife.
Why?
Yeah, no, it's part of my thing. Well, I mean, I'm not that special. I mean,
what does this have to do with being a moving company?
Well, I want to try to get you an accurate estimate. You know, that's part of the auger special. You know, we can give you
for predicting the weather,
more accurate estimate. So when you do the move, there's no surprises, and the price up front is what you pay later.
Auger, like you're doing augury?
Damien is coming over. He has his nose plugged, but it doesn't make a lot of difference in the timbre of his voice.
Yeah, can you read it too? And I present my intestines to Damien.
Oh, God, that's so unsanitary.
You can practice. I don't mind. I'm an open book.
Incredible.
Literally.
Would you like to share who you've been contracted by and what brings you to Bishop de Bear?
Would I have a sort of name? Would that be a good thing? I know the group. that I'm moving, but
yes.
Would it be better if
you
I
were
go
contracted
with a name?
by a woman named Renee Dustreaper? Sort of stood out to you in that the woman was kind of unnaturally large. Mm-hmm. And when you did your estimate for how much it would cost for this woman to move, you found that actually roll for me lore augury, I believe, is your
lore
skill.
Augury.
Ooh.
Yes.
You can roll, but you only have a 90% chance of getting an
33.
answer.
How did I? Let's see. What's my estimate? How much?
Okay. So when you were doing your estimate for how much it would cost for this lady to move, you found that the entrails came in a spiral, which to you said the Temple of Pharasma. And the fact that this happened means that this is a very portentous thing, meaning that you get to charge the premium rates. But also that you should probably consult the Temple of Pharasma to find out why they would be coming up. Basically, what you got was that this move had ill portents for the future. That the move itself would go well, but it would bring about horrible consequences for the new neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
But, you're not charging the neighbors, so you don't really need to do anything. But you did consult the Temple of Pharasma because, she's a god of prophecy and you are an augur.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that your entrails spiraled in your hands when you were trying to find out how much to charge these people said, we should probably talk to the Temple of Pharasma and see what's going on. Upon getting here, Bishop de Bear would have informed you that the woman, Renee Dustreaper, is a member of a cabal of wizards known as bloat mages.
Ah.
And that she's actually been looking for a specific sect of bloat mages. And upon going through the records and the finances of this woman to make sure that you had payment, you and Bishop de Bear were able to find that this woman is one of the bloat mages that Bishop de Bear has been looking for. Basically, there is a circle of bloat mages that have been operating down here in the bottoms. And recently, their luck has improved. And they have hired your moving company to move them up to the high side stacks.
Oh.
If that's moving up, then I'm moving up still.
The high side stacks are a plinth of stone that looms above all else in Kaer Maga, and it's one of the nicest places to live. What Bishop de Bear said is that she's looking for any information she can get about these bloat mages, because the new seneschal of Corvosa actually came from this circle of bloat mages.
Oh.
And so she's looking to pay you extra to feed her information that your guys get when they're on the job.
The important question, whence Togomor?
So that's where we are, and this is the information you have conveyed to the party.
Let's see. So I was hired by a Renee Dustreaper. As you can see, I've got a little bit of remnants in the guts here for moving her organization. It's a bunch of, I call them cherry people. They all kind of look like cherries, when they're very round and very red for some reason. I don't know why they're so red. I couldn't tell, but a lot of magic feely stuff. I can feel that. I'm an augur. I'm pretty good at that. But so this was a big job. I'm talking like a 6,000 by 6,000 square foot, and we're talking extreme vertical moves. Those moving up to the high side stacks. Those are the real rich people.
What?
Yes. Oh, it's the place.
No. I don't know if
we're
I've lived
outside.
here.
I have Trinia pipes up, going, I have no idea what he's talking about. What's the deal with the high side stacks?
It's it's where the really rich people live. It's one of the few places in the city that actually gets sunlight on a regular basis. Like,
the higher up you are in those stacks, the more powerful, the more rich, and we're talking some upper middle class people right here.
You might even say slightly above upper middle class.
Rich, upper
possibly
class.
wealthy.
But,
and so they're moving from like down here to up there.
Yeah, it seems.
Did they win like several lotteries or something?
I think it seemed like they actually had. I know new money and I know old money, and they felt like they've had money for a little bit. Some businesses are even. I mean, when you're high up enough, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's anything goes, but you can cover up anything. But when you started out with a sort of less acceptable business in the line of your average person, then it's harder. You don't want to show your face as much. But it seems it seemed like there's a change of air about them, and they're ready to flaunt their wealth now.
So, by cherry people, I'm just gonna hazard guess. Do you mean bloat mages? Those are literally the only type of person I can think of who's like abnormally round and full of blood.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of weird. This is a very, very strange city. Like,
so the bloat mages, a group of bloat mages in the city is suddenly.
If you want to roll knowledge arcana
yes.
to know like anything about bloat mages,
I would.
I will also do that.
Clack. That was an 18 on die, my friends. That is, oh my god. 39?
Oh, 16 on die minus 2.
So
that didn't score.
Buttons, you don't really know much about bloat mages. They're the cherry people. They look all puffy and kind of red. And what did you get?
I got a 39.
Yeah, so with a 39, you know basically everything about bloat mages. You guys have been studying bloat mages ever since Togomor became seneschal.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. So basically, bloat mages are a type of arcane scholar who get into magic usually by being sorcerers, but quickly become tired of the fact that being a sorcerer means that you are destined to only have a set bloodline, and you're only able to have spells that naturally come to you. Bloat mages get tired of that. And so one of the ways that they enhance their knowledge of the arcane is by infusing themselves with the blood of other magical creatures.
If the blood gives me spells, then why not give myself more blood?
They infuse more blood into their body until their body swells with blood.
Oh my god.
They are known to be very fat, but it's not actually fat that makes them large. It's a large amount of blood being injected into their bodies over a very long period of time.
So basically, don't go anywhere with mosquitoes if you're a bloat mage.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go anywhere with mosquitoes.
Stay away from sharp objects.
Go into like the fucking mush fens and just...
You go to the lake, a bloat mage, and you come back sucked dry.
Yes. And so by infusing themselves with these magical sources of sorcerous magic, magical sources of sorcerous magic. Try saying that by infusing themselves with the blood of magical creatures, they gain access to new bloodlines, and they are able to prepare spells much like wizards do, but draw on the bloodline powers of other creatures.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's a practice that's really only common in Kaer Maga because most of the rest of the world sees it as way too fucking gross.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
You
mostly,
also
like,
know,
where do you get the blood? Like, it's an ethical thing.
Because you got a 39, one of the places where they get the blood is usually by capturing other sorcerers and doing blood transfusions where they drain them of blood and inject it into themselves.
Holy shit, that's so fucked up.
Yes. Because you can't just take the magical creature's blood. You need you need compatible blood.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have a donor that's of your blood type.
Oh god. So if you're an O negative sorcerer, watch the fuck out.
Yep.
If this information is relayed to me, to Buttons, then Buttons will hold up his guts to cover his face and go, "Oh my god, that's disgusting. That sounds so unsanitary. Oh, the diseases. Oh no."
Now, one thing that you all will notice as Buttons is holding out his guts and reading them to get information is that his stomach is sort of trying to heal around where the guts are being pulled out.
Oh yeah, that would be the natural
regeneration. regularly you have to take like a little candle and burn back the edges of the flesh, which is what's filling this room with such a fucking sickly smell.
I have an important question.
Yeah.
Isn't that horrifically painful?
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely terrible. Yeah, no, it's
just let yourself heal back up then.
Yeah, no, it'll heal up, you know. Oh wait, it's doing it again, isn't it? He grabs the knife and kind of like cuts it out a little more. There we are. That'll buy me another
Ophelia
5 minutes.
leans into Trinia, just like,
Questions, thoughts amongst yourselves. This guy's helping bloat mages move, and it seems the bloat mages are moving very well up in the world.
yeah. I don't know which of my characters would ask this question, but this has got me thinking that perhaps Togomor moving up in the world in Corvosa is improving the standing of bloat mages here. Like maybe he's sending back money or magic items or something to them. I suppose Damien will ask,
you're a moving company, right? Do you do like shipping?
Yeah, I mean, that's what moving is usually.
Yeah, but I mean, like, have you gotten anything from Corvosa that you've delivered to these people in Kaer Maga here recently?
I personally don't do shipping from. I did do in the past one move from Kaer Maga to Corvosa. So, but it was a weird move. It was this weird couple. I don't want to talk. They weren't the best tippers.
What weird couple?
Kind of looked like that one. And I point at Lenore.
Lenore's like hiding her face.
Lenore.
And her husband though.
Oh my god, I forgot.
What a beautiful piece of meat. Oh,
I forgot.
I didn't even mind the bad
I didn't tip you
tip.
because you kept creeping on my husband.
Excuse me. I just asked. I was having trouble lifting things, and I just asked him to help support my back a little. I used to have a back problem back then.
He's short. He could only grab your butt. It was upsetting.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's healed up since then, but
okay.
It was.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood your intentions.
He was very strong. I felt safe when
Did
he
I
helped
misunderstand your intentions?
And it was maybe one of the most magical days of my life. Is he good?
He died.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks. We lost a good one. What can I say? I'll take my condolences when you're willing to give them to me. Anytime now.
Lenore just... I think I'm good. You know, it's been a lot. I've had to go through a lot. I've grieved a lot. And I think I'm okay now.
Moving on is important. And so is getting a good quote for that. Moving on.
Oh my God,
anyway, so what does this have to do with us? Trinia pipes up. So you found bloat mages, and what do we do with that information?
Y'all seem to want that. Out of character.
Yes.
Let's see. So, do you think I was going to the Church of Pharasma for kind of my plan?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I look over to Bishop and I say, "Are they cool?"
Yes, they're very cool.
I am the coolest. I am not merely cool. I am the coolest.
You know what? You know what? I like that. I kind of get it. Like, you're doing like an ironic, like you normally don't think you're that cool, but you're saying you're cool.
It's not ironic. I'm trying to be more confident.
I get it, and you know what? It works for me. I feel like if most people it wouldn't work. It works for me. I like that. Yeah. What's your name, kid?
Ambrose.
Ambrose. Yeah, Ambrose, you're pretty cool.
I'm rolling a bluff check.
Incredible.
All right.
He actually keeps a like decent poker face. That's a 15 on bluff.
Jack
make
will
a
sense motive. Yep.
Let me see. 2. Yeah, no, you seem like an Ambrose to me.
Totally honest. Yeah. Looks like an Ambrose.
If I ever met an Ambrose, it was probably you. That makes sense.
Yep, that's me. An Ambrose you have met.
So, would you like to convey to the party why you would be consulting the Temple of Pharasma, other than the fact that the spiral came up in the reading?
Well, let's see. There was a sort of air about when I met with these you call them bloat mages. There was a sort of air about the room.
Are you sure it wasn't just you?
No. It's the sort of air that happens when there's extra breathing because the people own way too many slaves, and I'm down from the bottoms here, and there's a little bit of a movement we have going. We keep it on the hush hush, but we tried. Depending on the client, if I think they have, so if they tend to take the owning of another person's life, then I try to, while moving their stuff, some things go missing, yada yada yada, and we have more people joining the freedmen.
So, you're saying that these people have too many slaves?
Well, I mean, any slaves is too many slaves. I don't know about your opinion.
No.
I didn't want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any slaves is too many.
One of the things that will often be done is you can put people on a raft of dead people, and then when they get to the Temple of Pharasma will, as they fish the raft out and take out the dead, they escort the runaway slaves to other parts of the Undercity.
Oh, that's so cool.
To hide them.
That's so cool. Yeah, Lenore goes, yeah. One slave is too many. That's kind of a controversial opinion here.
But this one seemed a little dicey. I didn't feel as comfortable. My normal muscle doesn't seem as up. I don't know if they'd stand up to it if I could possibly get any sort of other muscle to help. That it would be very much appreciated on this job. You can't
get them out yourself. You need us to help you.
I mean, I could get them out, but then when the big mage with the magic tries to kill me, then I might not be as successful as getting them out, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So these bloat mages have slaves who we're going to free, and then you're going to tell us what you found out about Togomor, or are we going to find stuff out there, or
what's a
what
Togomor?
What are your guts telling you?
Let me check my guts. Hold on.
Bishop DeBear, do you have any expectations here?
The Temple of Pharasma, in addition to our part in freeing those held in bondage here, we also are seeking to get any information that we can about Togomor himself. We anticipate that if the... what was the name of your moving company again?
Kaer Maga Auger Haulers.
Kaer Maga Auger Haulers. The Kaer Maga Auger Haulers. Yep.
Haulers.
Are transporting goods. If they find anything that might be linked back to Togomor.
Oh, okay, so this is like a partnership scratchback sort of thing.
We will provide safe passage for any slaves that are rescued from this cabal, and they will provide us with any effects that may have once belonged to Togomor. So we can use them for legend lore, other such magic.
Okay. Lenore turns to the rest of the party. Sounds like a win-win. We find out stuff about Togomor. We rescue people who are enslaved. It is kind of out of the way, but
I agree. It sounds like a good plan.
Yes, and the Temple of Pharasma, it'd be difficult for any of us to outwardly support this movement, as well. Acolyte of Pharasma cannot necessarily hide their symbol and go around freeing slaves in the center of Kaer Maga. It would raise more questions than I think any of us are prepared to answer.
Damien raises his hand.
I have one question.
Yes.
Are we sneaking?
You will be... I suppose, Buttons, this is something up to you. One of the goals is the fact that you've been actually contracted to move the gear. You all can go in as part of the moving crew, yes?
Yes, no, it works, and if you're really bad at lying, it's actually great because you just say you're moving stuff, and then you're not really lying because you're always moving. If you're stealing stuff, you're moving stuff. If you're freeing slaves, you're moving stuff. Everything is moving, so it's so great for it's a perfect term for people that aren't great at bluff checks.
Incredible.
Excuse you, I'm excellent at bluff.
Most movers have no charisma whatsoever. I say this as a person who used to help people move.
Most movers are naturally sort of suspicious-looking individuals. I say, as somebody who's in part of a moving company and a suspicious-looking individual.
Is this attack on my personal character, Dav?
No, actually, well, yes. Yes. I mean, look at you, for one.
I know.
But me and my the people that I used to LARP with, we actually also used to move stuff for people. We would be movers on the weekends for friends and family. We moved actually quite a few houses doing that, just for pizza and $50. So
that is an extremely underpayment of what you should have been paid for.
It was for friends. It was for friends and family. And stuff.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. No, I move friends for all the time for just food.
Yeah, and so we would get to the point most of the time when moving furniture and stuff where we would just communicate through grunting.
Now I know that. I fully know that.
The point where you're so tired that you really can't fucking talk, you just go.
Yeah, wait,
and that's how
you're talking in Simlish.
That's about the level of charisma that they're expecting from movers.
Charisma 3, got it.
So
Well, people believe that I'm a member of a moving company.
I think that if you do some sort of spell to carry things, they will believe that that is how you move things.
We get a couple string beans. You'll fit in. I don't think people will pay too much attention.
Just don't do those grunting effort noises that you do so often.
What do you mean?
Sounds like a mover if I've ever heard one.
See?
Mm-hmm. I got. What'd you say Damien's name was?
Ambrose.
Ambrose. I see a lot of potential in you.
Really?
I do.
Oh.
I don't expect you to physically be able to carry anything, or even carry more than 2 things and not get exhausted.
Okay.
I still see so much potential in you. I see myself if I were about 4 feet shorter and about maybe 100 pounds less. Maybe 200.
100.
300.
Damien looks down and pinches at his stomach.
incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and
I hold the guts in one hand, and a bloody hand goes on Damien's shoulder. I say, "You're gonna do great, kid."
Thank you.
I believe in you.
I'm glad to know somebody does.
And
As the hand is removed and there's like sticky strings of congealing blood now hanging off of Damien's coat, he's just gonna prestidigitate.
Trinia gags. So are you still like? Do you still need that to be out there? Sort of gestures towards your intestines.
The what? Oh yeah, no. I sometimes I don't even notice. I'm sorry about that. All right.
Doesn't it hurt though?
Oh, it's incredibly painful. Yes.
I think you could start calling them out-testins at this point.
I see what you did there, and
yeah, I see
clever.
what you've done all over the place right here. Do you wanna? Do you want?
Oh, is that my blood? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was already there.
Do you want Lenore to help you?
Yeah, no, I get it. Hold on.
Fuck you, Ophelia.
Hold on. This one goes here. No, that's my heart. Hold on. Okay. All right. That one. So.
Trinia's like, I'm not really familiar with anatomy, but I don't think your intestine should be anywhere near your heart.
Unia's gonna make a heal check to see if they can help.
you know when like you do something every day and then like all of a sudden you got to do it for an audience and like you can't. You kind of like you get like stage fright. I think I'm kind of getting that right now. Hold on.
Unia sort of rolls their eyes. I got a 30 on a heal check to assist Buttons in returning his organs to their rightful places.
Yeah, with not one of the, what did you get on your heal?
I got a 30.
Okay, so one of the things that you find is that as you push the organs back into the correct into the interior, they almost like sort of pull back as if they are going to the place where they're supposed to go anyway.
Oh.
And you gather that part of the natural regenerative ability is if the organs are displaced, that they can be moved back into the correct position as part of a troll's natural regeneration.
Unia's gonna make a fortitude save.
God, I really want spaghetti right now.
The connective tissues are sort of reforming. Basically, as the intestines are pulled back in, you can see like these filaments of muscle sort of knitting around them and like pushing them into the abdomen. And then you see layers of fat writhe their way back over the muscle, and then the skin knits itself back together.
Unia got an 18 on their fort save. They're gonna go, excuse me one moment, and they're just gonna walk away and just go, ugh.
Oh, with your such a high heals check, you will also notice that Buttons is missing about the tops of 4 fingers, 2 on each hand. Just like kind of cut off right at the knuckles.
And Unia will come back, pretending like they didn't just go over and throw up in a corner. Why are the stumps of your fingers missing?
Huh?
Why are your fingers stumped?
Oh, they call these the sort of a little. Well, I mean, I've lived here my whole life, but a lot of people kind of think of them as a little welcoming gift to Kaer Maga, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
No, it's all right.
Why have your fingers not regenerated?
Well, I mean, there's a pretty prominent family here. They're called the Bishop. Are you cool? I look at Bishop.
What?
Are you cool?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if that wasn't as confident as my buddy over here. If you do illegal stuff here, a lot of it goes unnoticed, especially if it's someone of authority within the city. But if someone of, let's say, of authority of a more prominent family notices, some of them like to do their own sorts of punishment. And it's pretty known they like to chop off the tops of fingers. And it's great when they chop them off and they forget you're a troll and they do it like 6 times. And then they don't. And it kind of feels like you're getting away with something. And then you kind of like throw it in their face.
Like, oh no, my fingers! Oh.
And then they kind of do some weird permanent thing to make it stay like that. I'm not sure what they did.
Do you want me to try to fix it?
Nah, I kind of like it. It's a great excuse if I'm ever feeling too tired. I don't want to move something. I'm like, oh no, I can't grip this, but I'm fine. I appreciate it. That's really, really nice of you. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm merely doing my job.
Hey, it's your job? Who's paying you for that?
It's not. It's a vocation, not a career.
Mm-hmm.
I do get paid rather well though for killing bad people and looting things.
Okay. Well, we have different views on what a job is. But.
Perhaps. Unia looks a little taken aback. They're still processing the fact that you called them nice. They're like, they were not expecting to receive a kind compliment from a troll for putting entrails back into stomachs today. Damien.
What?
Threw up over there.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm going over into the corner for no particular reason at all, and certainly not one that's embarrassing to Unia.
And Damien goes over to the corner and casts prestidigitation a couple of times.
Oh no, you get this. It's a temple of Pharasma. You can leave it. No offense, Bishop.
We'll mop it up later.
Okay, so for this job, do you have like moving company gear that we should be wearing to make ourselves appear legitimate, and not like heavily armored and armed adventuring party people?
Yeah, I didn't think you would ever say so.
You have caps that can fit horns.
I got t-shirts.
That's acceptable.
They just say, Kaer Maga Auger Haulers. And then on the back it says, not to be confused with the Kaer Maga Auger Loggers. Or the Kaer Maga Auger Loggers.
What about the Kaer Maga Auger Olives?
That is they're not actually located in Kaer Maga. That I believe that's at an outsourced company.
The folks who do the pigs, the Kaer Maga Auger Hoggers.
They're a bunch of swine.
Incredible.
Goodness.
So
we'll put on the t-shirts. We'll put the t-shirts on over our armor.
So with the task thus
We
laid
look
down.
like football players.
So are we clear on what we're doing here?
So, how I am envisioning this is that Buttons leads us to wherever we're going. We knock on their door, and Buttons goes, "The moving company is here. I'm Buttons, and these are the people who are here helping me today. Fake name, fake name, fake name, fake name, and fake name." And we're going to do our very best to get all of your fine and valuable items moved as quickly as we possibly can. We go into the house, we move some stuff, we find the secret door that leads to where the slaves are. We go down and we let them out. Or we put them in boxes, and we move the boxes up like, oh boy, you have so many more boxes than you said you did. That's very strange.
I have to advise against that. You don't want to overpack boxes. You could really strain your back that way. I see I see the logic there. It's a good idea, but it could long-term pain.
Are you not lifting with your legs?
I mean, when a box has a person in it, it's hard to tell what you're gonna lift with. And I mean, I'm really looking out for the kid here. This is to help you, really. Let's see.
He goes, thank you.
You will. We're not gonna be. I mean, if it helps, this is a very big move. There's gonna be other movers there as well. I've got my regular crew as well. They'll also be in there, so they can sort of be the front, and while y'all need to be in a scene area.
Have you been able to case the area. You said you went in and you noticed there was too much breathing going on. You could sort of smell it. Do you have any idea where the people are being held and where we could potentially release them to so that they can get to the river and pretend to be dead people?
Okay, so let's talk about the route that you're actually supposed to be taking the stuff up, right? So one of the many things that that you have to deal with in Kaer Maga is the extreme levels of stratification to the city. And getting from one place to another is quite difficult. The bottoms, as you might expect, are at the bottom.
Yeah?
And we're going to the high side stacks. Roughly the center of the high side stacks. And one of the things involved in here is that you need to get all of the equipment that you're moving up there. And it's kind of hard, as you guys might have found when you were getting down here, to carry a lot of stuff up there. So one of the benefits of hiring a company like the Kaer Maga Auger Haulers is that they have standing agreements with many of the lift operators and paddle wheel experts and crane operators that would be able to get you from the bottom to the top. One of the major things driving motion from the top to the bottom is done in the form of massive elevators that are driven by paddle wheels that go through the water.
Okay.
And so you would load a bunch of people onto a bunch of wooden platforms on a conveyor belt that go up and then flip over and then go down. Daft and I have been watching Dark Souls Let's Play, and this is a thing that you get in Blighttown, where so you would load a bunch of stuff onto the giant elevator thing, and then at the top you push it all off, and then it goes, and then basically you just keep lifting stuff up along this giant paddle wheel until you get to the top. Now, all of the rivers that go to the east of the central waterfall flow into the Godsmouth Ossuary.
Okay.
So it's really just a matter of finding a paddle wheel that's on one of the little rivers that goes into the Godsmouth Ossuary, and floating down whatever elements you need to get to Godsmouth from there. So if you just make a deal with one of the barge operators and smuggle the people onto there, and smuggle any items onto there that you want to get to them.
If you want to steal things also. Yeah. I personally don't, but you can.
Yeah, the only way that you would get caught, it's like the reason that this is a scheme that works quite well is that stuff falls off of these platforms like all the fucking time. And so in order for any mover worth their salt to not be at risk of reprisal, the contracts that they sign say some of your shit might go missing. That's not our fault. You can get insurance for it if you want.
Excellent. Oh, something illicit went missing? Shame you couldn't get insurance for that. Whoops.
Yep. Well, the goal is you get insurance for everything.
And we also don't move memory foam mattresses.
There would only be an issue with this if, for instance, the client decides that they want to follow you along the way.
Are you under the impression that these bloat mages might want to follow us?
Oh yeah, they were real like when in the moving business, when they kind of hover over you the whole time, we like to call them assholes. Yeah, like eyes on you the whole time, like which is well, we're gonna need a little extra help.
So as we're turning around to leave, Damien is dibsing a t-shirt that he anticipates will be his correct size, and Ophelia is arguing with him about it, and they're walking off.
Oh. I'm sorry I called you a bad tipper earlier. I could tell y'all were in a rough place, and I just like to be loud and boisterous and seem cooler in front of newer people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I accused you of trying to hit on my husband.
Oh no, I very obviously was doing that. It's okay. Yeah,
But we're gonna put it aside for now because we have to work together.
That's fair, but like, I just wanted to have a moment to just ask you, like, what was his usual kind of workout regimen? He was always he was in such great shape, and like I could really use something like that.
I think it had a healthy amount of fuck off in it.
Yeah. Incredible. So much for that heart to heart.
I'm glad.
Really great connection, guys.
I'm glad we had this moment together. I feel like we're closer.
I don't.
I feel like we got a kind of thing going on. Like you're like, oh, you, and I'm like, oh, like I'm like, just me, and we're gonna be best friends by the end. I'm feeling it.
Buttons, I think you should stop talking before I make the gut spilling out of you a permanent thing.
That would actually save me a lot of time and effort if you could do that for me.
Well, I'm glad you all are getting along so well.
It's great. I think I've made my new best friends. This is the most people have talked to me in a while.
So, with the barest shape of a plan, you all make your way up through the honeycomb of tunnels that make their way back to what can very loosely be described as the surface. Realistically, you're just not surrounded by the same stone anymore. There's still massive archways and tunnels carved through pillars. Every time you think you might have found a solid wall, somebody will pop their head out, waving like a strand of beads and going, we'll give you the best price. We'll give you the best price in all of Kaer Maga for these fine jade jewels.
That's fake.
Yep, they're all fake. They're all fake.
Bonjour.
At one point, there will be like a spider who crawls out from in a stone arch above you and drops down on a little thread and goes, "Hello."
Don't worry, I'll smash it.
No. I'm just here. Are you here for the finest silk in all of Kaer Maga?
That's adorable.
And like just fans out there for their front four legs, and you see this beautiful bolt of silk. It just goes, "I made it fresh this morning.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Would you like some?"
Look, we're actually really busy right now, but I'll try to come back later, okay?
Yes. If anybody would like to roll knowledge local to, or knowledge, either knowledge local or knowledge nature to know what kind of creature this talking spider who is selling silk is.
Let's see.
I would love to. Damien will roll a knowledge local, and that is a natural 20 for a total of 36.
Okay, yeah, you actually recognize that the spider dropping down in front of you is actually a form of humanoid. They are an Anati, which is a type of humanoid that hail from, they're a type of creature that can shift form between human form and spider form, and sort of a hybrid form that come from the Mwangi Expanse. And
I've seen pictures of them. They're super cool.
They're very cool. Got detailed in the Mwangi Expanse book, which is really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so this one is dropping down and fanning out their little spider legs and showing off the silk that they can sell you.
Oh my god. Do you have business cards? I'll come back.
Yes. And climbs back up the strand and comes back down with little nicely formatted business cards. It's like, here, have one.
Thank you.
What's the
Always happy to support local artists.
What's the name of the business?
Is it Charlotte's Webs?
That's offensive. No.
Charlotte was the best spider in all of literature. Do not slander her like this.
What about the one from Lord of the Rings?
Worst spider.
No, worst spider.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Yeah, sure. Charlotte's threads. There you go.
Yes.
I don't think that's Charlotte.
You all through these twisting corridors, you're jostled about by giants and all manner of humanoids. There's humans, there's orcs, there's dwarves, not many elves, but in equal supply there are creatures that you've never seen before. There are lumbering giants.
Those are from the loggers.
Yes. There are these strange faceless creatures walking around that have long gangly limbs.
Oh, are those doppelgangers?
They look sort of like doppelgangers, but then their face opens up, revealing like mouths full of like very strange teeth.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
And then there are also these split-jawed creatures that occasionally loom out of the shadows. Actually, I need everybody to make a will save as you're walking around.
Oh shit! All right.
All right.
We'll go with Damien first because his sheet's the one that's open. 22? No, 21. Ophelia. 14. 17 for Unia. And for Lenore, is this a charm or compulsion effect?
I believe it is.
Okay. That's a 19 for Lenore. So, Ophelia rolled worst with a 14. 13 if it's against a fear effect. And then we have Unia with a 17, Lenore with a 19, and Damien with a 21.
Okay. I beat all of you with a 25.
So, Ophelia, at one point, you lock eyes with, or lock sensors with one of these creatures that seems to be in the shadows. And actually, as it's looking at you, you can see there's like a mass of huddled shapes that all sort of gesture to all of you with like a beckoning gesture on their hands. And you see these long, elongated fingers pulling toward you.
What is it?
Ophelia, you feel like you should trust this thing.
Hey, wait.
The rest of you, as you pass this little alley, you just see them out of the corner of your eye for a second.
Hey, hold on a second. Hello?
So from where you guys are, all you see is a shadowy figure down a rather dark tunnel in one of the many edifices that you pass by. And you just see there's probably like 4 or 5 of these creatures huddled together. And actually, Unia and Ophelia both see these creatures gesturing toward you, and they look really friendly. They look like they really are excited to see you.
Oh. Wait, I think they want to say hi.
And they're gesturing for you to come closer.
Damien wants to do a knowledge check. Dungeoneering?
This would be knowledge planes.
All right.
Jack, would you like to do knowledge planes?
Oh, okay. That is a 16 on die. God. Jesus. 37.
Oh, God, I got a 5 on die for a 19.
So a 39 with help.
Real bad.
Okay. So, Jack, you're not entirely sure what these things are. You're like, oh, those things? They're all over the place. I see them all the time.
I don't think it'll hurt you.
So, Damien, what did you get?
37.
Okay. With a 37, you will know that this is a creature that's rumored to lurk the streets of Kaer Maga called a Callborn. And as it's sort of beckoning Unia and Ophelia over, you see that Unia and Ophelia are enticed by this. And one of the things that you know about Callborn, you can't really see it super well right now, but you know that the Callborn are a race of telepathic prophets and historians that subsist on the psychic energy of others. They wander the plains in search of new facts and concepts to add to the pulsating brain sacs that serve as their collective memories.
I just want to pick your brain.
When a band of Callborn find a particularly interesting site, they settle down to dwell there for many years until they feel they have learned all there is to know about the location. Callborn is literally a creature of the mind. Its body is self-sustaining, and it exists solely to record and catalog new thoughts. While they are not evil, Callborn have little interest in alliance or friendship with other races. A race of telepathic prophets and historians, the strange creatures known as the Callborn wander the plains in search of new ideas, memories, and concepts to add to the pulsating, bloated brain sacs that serve as their collective memories.
So, all they want to do is eat their brains?
All they want to do is eat their brains.
You're not unreasonable. Yes, no one wants to eat our eyes.
They're not a common creature to you. Mm-hmm. So 15 plus that would be... Oh, this actually works out quite well. So the 22 gets it. 27. So 22, 27, 32, 37. Hey, 4 facts about Callborn.
The first one, I don't know. This is just sort of a general question. What are their intentions with my friends?
Well, as we said, they like to gather information. Mm-hmm. And the way that they do this is through an ability called Consume Thoughts. Would you like the information about Consume Thoughts?
Yes, please.
Yes, Consume Thoughts. A Callborn can consume the thoughts of a willing, helpless, or fascinated creature with a touch attack. If the target fails a DC 18 will save, the Callborn can alter the victim's memory as if using Modify Memory. This process deals 1d4 points of intelligence and wisdom damage to the target.
Ooh.
And in the process, it gains their memories.
Oh, I'm not a fan of that. We're supposed to be undercover. And also, I don't want my caster to get wisdom damage.
Ophelia and Unia are moving toward this group of Callborn.
Damien is gonna go over and try to grab Unia, and Lenore's gonna go over and try and grab Ophelia to stop them from moving. I will make a combat maneuver check for Damien. That's my base attack bonus plus my strength modifier.
Yes.
Okay. Unia's CMD is not great, so that's why I'm hoping Damien can get them.
I can also help.
That would be great. That's a 17. I
think we might actually need to roll for initiative for this.
That's not sufficient.
So, Unia, Ophelia, Damien.
Before I go into initiative, would you like me to try to grab Ophelia first?
No, this is going to be part of initiative.
Okay. All right. Let's roll initiative.
Lenore, you would be a bit ahead before this happens.
Okay. We'll have Unia roll.
I'm just going to put all the Callborn on one initiative
Unia got a 3 on die for a total of 4. Good. Ophelia, please roll badly for initiative as well. Ophelia also got a 3 on die for a total of 10. Okay, now Damien, we need you to roll well. Please roll well, Damien. He won. And is Lenore part of this, or is she coming in next round?
You can come in next round.
Okay. I'll just roll for her, and she can come in next round. Whoop.
Great.
And initiative for Lenore.
So Ophelia and Unia start moving toward these things, and you see one of them reach out with its long, spindly hands, and it puts a hand up to Ophelia's head.
Hi.
Ophelia, make a will save.
Oh boy. I'm not gonna roll with the die anymore. Will save. Fuck you. Natural 1. God damn it.
Okay. So, Ophelia.
Roll low.
There you go. So, Ophelia, you take 1 point of intelligence damage and 2 points of wisdom damage.
Oh, God.
And, Ophelia, what you will recall about this incident basically for the next few minutes, right, is you were walking along with your friends, right? And you spotted somebody that you know down one of the side streets. Give me a memory that Ophelia has about something that brought her joy when she first got to the surface.
So, upon coming to the surface, I think she saw a fisherman and his dog. His dog's sitting there patiently, just sort of enjoying having time out, and the fisherman just kind of relaxing, and there being this sort of serenity to it that is not characteristic of the rest of Korvosa, but in that moment was really nice. It seemed like the guy was having a nice day, and his dog was real cute.
Yeah, and so you were walking along through Kaer Maga, and you saw that fisherman, and he was like, "Oh, Ophelia, right?
Yeah, hi!
Oh my gosh! I just remembered. I remember that time we ran into each other. I had my dog with me.
Oh, he was so cute.
Oh my gosh! Do you remember anything else that you were doing that day?
Oh gosh. Well, I had just come to the surface. I think the first time or maybe the second time. It kind of gets a little fuzzy back there.
To the surface?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're from the water then? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I mean, like, how are you living in the water? Like,
I'm a merfolk.
You're a merfolk?
Yeah.
In Conqueror's Bay?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I didn't know that there were any merfolk in Conqueror's Bay.
Yeah, it's a real big secret.
Well, you know what? I actually gotta get back to fishing.
Oh.
There's actually really good fishing here.
Okay. Don't tell anybody about the secret, okay?
Okay, I won't tell anybody about that secret.
Much.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Say hello to the doggy for me.
And then you continued walking along with Lenore and everybody else. Unia! One of them is going to be coming up to you as well.
All right.
And I need you to make a...
They're much better at this. Don't roll like shit. They gotta get a 2 or a 1 on die, or they fail, or they succeed rather. Will save. Will they save? They are okay. They got a 28.
So Yuria, one of them touches basically like feeling along your scar.
Hello.
And they don't. And basically, you can sort of hear in your mind. They're going, "What is the story of this? This is so interesting."
It's a lot to explain.
And you feel as they touch the scar, almost like you feel for a moment compelled to tell them, but then you're like, "No, that's personal."
Sorry, I don't really know you well enough to talk about this.
Oh, we just want to know the story. I want to know the story.
Lots of people are curious. I really can't go around telling everyone.
How did this form? Like the caves, and you hear like a chorus of voices, like dozens of voices actually going, "Yes, much like the caves."
Well, Unia is like blushing visibly, feeling a bit vulnerable, and a bit self-conscious.
You just hear beautiful.
The flush deepens.
And Buttons. You see these people going toward some of the strange creatures that you find in Kaer Maga.
Oh shit! My new best
Damien
friends.
has told you that we should grab them.
I'm coming, friends. And I will go up. Who? Is Ophelia still being bothered by them, or did they kind of leave?
No, she sort of has this... Ophelia has this, like, vacant smile, as if she's remembering something nice.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to Unia, then, because Unia definitely is still being
Unia
bombarded.
looks extremely flustered. They're blushing. They're trying to, no thank you.
Yeah, and also, as these creatures are getting out into the light, you're getting sort of the dappled light that's filtered through bridges and nets and everything. Mm-hmm. And as they're getting out from the hole that they were clambering out from, you now see. Let me share a picture of a Cullborn with you. This is the creature that you see.
Oh God!
So basically,
Half-Life.
It's got like a predator jaw that opens up on the bottom, and then this like sort of bony plated hood that forms around it, and its eyes are like there's sagging like flesh that covers where their eyes should be.
Head crab.
And
I thought they looked like if the elites from Halo had a lot more skin.
Oh no, I get major Black Mesa vibes.
Yeah, flood form elites. Yeah.
And they have these long arms, and they're just dressed in rags. And for anybody who's not Unia or Ophelia, they look really fucking striking. But Unia and Ophelia, you're like, no, they're my buddies.
They're friendly.
They're my friends.
They're so nice. You shouldn't always judge a book by its cover.
So, Jack, what do you do for Unia?
Let's see. I will. All right, Unia. I'm very sorry for this. I'm gonna move you. And this one's free. And
this one's free. Right.
And I'm going to roll a combat maneuver check. Let me pull up my queue. Okay, that is a 20. Not a very great roll. That's a 5 on die.
That is their CMD exactly. So you
pull Unia back.
Yes,
okay, and then I'm
successfully
going.
Move them.
Am I able to cast a spell?
You can't do both.
Oh, that's fair. All right, I pick up Unia, and then I go somewhere else, and I put Unia down.
Hello.
And then Damien.
Damien would like to try to usher Ophelia away. Is she willing to be moved now, or do I need to roll a combat maneuver?
Damien is. So Ophelia, Damien's telling you that you need to go.
You're my friends.
But you're talking to your friend right now.
I'm having a really
you're
good
not
time.
compelled to stay here.
But I'm having
you're not compelled to stay here.
Okay.
You are charmed right now. Meaning you regard this creature as your friend, who has your best interest in mind.
Okay. I know we have a lot of important stuff to do. Let me just say goodbye, okay? Thank you for talking. This was so nice. I'll come back later, okay?
You just hear this chorus of voices going, "Tell us more about the merfolk. We must know more."
I would love to. I'll tell my friend. He's just being really impatient. We have some important stuff to do, but I'll come back, okay?
Tell us more.
Wait,
you hear all this like sort of chanting. Actually, you hear almost like cheering as people are going. You hear like applause in your mind, and yes, more.
Damien,
more.
they're so nice. Oh,
Damien, you just see this thing reaching out to a feeling going.
Damien is going to try to drag Ophelia away.
I forget. Was there? Did you say if they're going to use the information in some?
He didn't say.
Okay, just from Damien's knowledge check, because if you knew of that, I didn't know if this needed to turn into we got killed situation.
Actually, yeah. I think I only gave you one fact. You get 3 more facts.
You're right. Okay, so it's clear that Ophelia is charmed in some way. How long does the charm last?
Do you want to know what charming effects they have?
yes, please.
They have access to Charm Monster.
Okay.
Which they can cast 3 times a day.
Okay.
And if you want, I can just give you just Charm Monster and none of their other spell-like abilities.
Okay.
So, Charm Monster functions like Charm Person. It makes a humanoid creature regard you as a trusted friend and ally. Mm-hmm. You treat them as if they're friendly. If the creature is currently being threatened or attacked by you or your allies, you get a +5 bonus to the saving throw. However, they're not like attacking per se.
Yeah.
They're just like touching your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
The spell does not enable you to control the charm person as if it were an automaton, but it perceives your words and actions in the most favorable way. You can try to give the subject orders, but you must win it an opposed charisma check to convince it to do anything it wouldn't ordinarily do. An affected creature never obeys suicidal or otherwise harmful orders, but it might be convinced that something very dangerous is worth doing. Any act you or an apparent ally makes that threatens the charmed creature breaks the spell. You must speak the person's language to communicate your commands, or else be good at pantomiming.
Okay. So if Damien were to cast Dispel Magic on Ophelia, would that get rid of the charm effect?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You could try to dispel it.
Do
you want 2 other facts before we do any of that?
Yes. What is their alignment?
They are neutral.
Okay.
Like true neutral.
Okay.
What else?
And is there any information on how the Cullborn came to be here in Kaer Maga?
So, what you know, Damien, from what Cullborn are one of those like almost like boogeyman type stories.
Yeah.
Where they're sort of one of those things that goes bump in the night. They're supposed to be the quintessential monster of Kaer Maga. They have always been here.
Oh.
No one knows where they came from. They were here. As far as anyone knows, they are the oldest form of life in Kaer Maga.
Where did they come from? Where did they go?
I will tell you what you know about them is that they're generally not like aggressive.
Okay.
But the way they feed is by draining people's memories.
Okay.
Stop eating my friend, please.
The
Stop
art
it.
in the book is terrifying, Daft.
And I will, Damien will cast Dispel Magic on Ophelia to try to get rid of that charm effect. So I will make a caster level check. Roll with the die. Mwah. Please save Ophelia.
If not, I can pick up Ophelia.
Oh, that is a 24.
A 24. So let me check modify memory and see if you don't end the modify memory too. It's not magic at all, actually. It's I mean, there's obviously some sort of magic to it, but it's an extraordinary ability.
Oh my god, that's so cool though.
Anyway, the charm ends and suddenly you realize that this thing is like touching your face and it's going
Stop.
You do still hear the voice in your head going, "Tell us, tell us," but no longer is it like happy applause and like choruses of voices. You just hear these throngs of voices calling out to you, going, "Tell us, tell us."
Ophelia is going to withdraw.
All right. And the Cullborn sort of, as you guys pull away, they just pull back into the darkness, not following after you.
Ophelia is shaking a little bit.
Lenore, you see Ophelia come around the corner. Ophelia, you don't actually remember anything from just now back to when you left the Temple of Pharasma.
I'm really confused. Trinia?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was getting ready to like dazzle the thing or something.
What are we doing?
We're going to the mover place.
How long have we been walking?
Like 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Those things, they were screaming.
Yeah, Damien said they're Cullborn. I've never actually heard of a Cullborn before.
It was so gross. I thought I met somebody, and then suddenly that thing was touching my face, and I just wanted to say hi to his dog again.
Oh my god, are you okay? And Trini is actually like looking at you and like brushing the hair out of your face. And let me see, Trinia.
I can do something.
She's like, oh my gosh, you don't look like you're good.
He just wanted to say hi to his dog.
Hey,
excuse me, I can help here. Look into my eyes and listen to my wonderful soothing voice. And I will cast
The last time I did this, it was really scary.
I will cast Calm Emotions. I can't actually fix anything, but I can make you feel like I fixed something. And isn't that more important?
Unia, do you have lots of restoration?
Unia goes over. Did those nice people scare you?
Yeah.
Hold on. Unia will cast Treat Deadly, or will not cast. Unia will do Treat Deadly Wounds, which heals 2 points of ability damage to every damaged ability score, provided
Amazing.
they can exceed the DC. I got a 1 on die, which just barely does it.
Oh, so you literally can't fail now.
I literally can't fail now.
Hey.
Oh, amazing. But you don't get the higher level stuff.
No. But Ophelia didn't have any hit point damage, so this just heals her ability damage. So basically, what Unia does is they
Give her some smelling salts or something.
yeah, they have some smelling salts, and they just wave them in front of her nose, and she sneezes, and then
Headache's gone.
Oh, I feel better. Thank you. and thank you too.
she looks up at Buttons.
You know, I really think that my first impression of you was not great. But my second impression of you is considerably better.
What is that supposed to mean?
Thank you for listening to part 1 of our brief stint as movers. Be sure to join us for part 2 in 2 weeks as we start the actual moving part of the moving job. To Have and to Roll is produced by David Clark and Katie Duckshire. Pathfinder RPG and the Curse of the Crimson Throne Adventure Path are property of Paizo and are used in accordance with the community use policy. This session featured music from Michael Ghelfi Audio. See the description for a full track list. Sound effects were produced by Syrinscape. You can find more sound effects for your own tabletop games over at Syrinscape.com. We are on Twitter at To Have and to Roll. Rain is at Rain0. That's RANE and the number 0. Daft is at Daft Prodigy. Jack is an intangible and unknowable fey creature and is probably behind you right now. We are on Tumblr, tohaveandtoroll.tumblr.com. We will be back again in 2 weeks, picking up things and putting them somewhere they aren't supposed to be. Until then, have a great week. Bye!
We're going to have a moment of silence, and then at the end, we're going to clap. So what I'll do is, after enough time, I'll go 3, 2, and then we'll clap. Right?
Okay.
We won't say 1. All right. Anyway, moment of silence. 3, 2. You want to try that again?
Wait, am I supposed to clap at the same time as you?
Yes!
I thought I did. To me, that was right. It was close. I did. I might have been off.
Fucking lying!
I did clap. There's a sound for it.
Synchronize the fucking track.
I'll do a louder clap this time. Oh, okay. Sorry, my Dr. Pepper. Sorry, no, it won't
Dr. Pepper.
It's not gonna be Dr. Pepper. Hold on. Real quick, I do have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I drank my tea too quick.
Who was that guy?
Dick.
Yeah, kind of. I didn't want to say anything while he was here.
Yeah, that would be rude.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't find out of that we're like talking about him.
God.
That would be awkward.
I liked his box, though.
I didn't like that.
The one with the monkeys on it?
Nope, don't like that.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, shit, he's here again. Fuck.
Damn it. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hi. Did you finish the episode?
Yes, we're all done.
Aw, okay.
Thank you for being here.
Did my character do well?
Your character's dead, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That's what I wanted.
See, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.